For more, we are joined by Air Marshal retired Masood Akhtar, a defense analyst from Islamabad. Thank you very much for your time, sir. Now, tell us, Mr. Akhtar, US President Joe Biden says the Kabul evacuation is one of the most difficult airlifts in history and is not without risk of loss. Does not this statement by the president of a superpower show severity of the situation?
Absolutely, and this is of their own making. Had they thought through the whole thing, had he listened to his Pentagon advisors, they were all along telling him this is going to get difficult and it is going to get messy. And in case they were to do an all of a sudden evacuation and withdrawal and drawdown, it is going to boil down to just this, what has actually happened. So it is but very natural what Joe Biden says, but well, that's how things are today, and he will have to take the blame.
Right. Also, sir, Pakistan is evacuating not only its citizens, but also foreign nationals from Kabul. How do you see these efforts by the Pakistani authorities?
Very, very gutsy. One video that's been floating around of a captain who had to make decisions on his own was very brave. And otherwise, it's going as planned. I think Pakistan has played its cards just right so far, because the Taliban are cooperating with the Americans, with the British, with the evacuating forces, which is a good omen. And Pakistan is able to in fact, evacuate all its people and all those who are wishing to travel to Pakistan just the right way. The only thing is, one hopes that sanity continues to prevail, the Americans and the Taliban continue to cooperate. Taliban are doing very well. They have shown 3 restraints at the strategic level, operational level, tactical level. I think the world is out to appreciate what they're doing. One hopes they will continue to show such restraint till all have been evacuated. And then, of course, like they say, they will put together a multilateral coalition. That should be a very good sign. For Pakistan, that is a win-win situation.
Right. Also, lastly now, the Taliban have already announced amnesty for all the opponents. What fear Afghans and other nationals do have now?
This could not have been better, and I think Pakistan has had a major role to play in this. I spoke with a very, very senior official, and he confided that the Afghan Taliban have agreed that they will not behave the way they did 2 decades back. They will be different. They will be ready to listen. They will be ready to talk. They will put together a multilateral coalition. The true test when it is going to come, is when actual governance start and people are wanting water, they're wanting mobility, they're wanting gas, they're wanting a good living. Pakistan is a settled democracy. We may not be ideal, but we have difficulties of providing services to the people. These kids, boys and girls who have gotten used to an open media, who have gotten educated, they've done masters and doctorates, they are used to a way of living which Taliban, I only hope, are able to provide. If they can, it is good and win-win for everyone. Otherwise, the pressures, the problems will come, and in case the Taliban were to fall back to their previous instincts and try to control and over-control the situation, that is when the problems are going to start. One only hopes that they have learned. One only hopes they continue to listen to sound advice. Till now, they've done very well.
And lastly, very quickly, sir, also inform us that the future threats Taliban face in terms of the hybrid war.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're talking of hybrid war onto the Taliban?
Yes, onto the Taliban.
Absolutely, absolutely. Of course, without sending in physical forces, it is possible to undermine a government, and that too in a big way. The media is there, and the good thing they have done is they put the girl anchors back onto the television screens. They have started to show their flexibility. And I think the best news today is from Putin, the Russian president. And he says, for God's sake, stop looking at Afghanistan through your own prism of values. Look at them because they have lived a certain way. They have fought through back to Kabul. They are not as behaving the way they were behaving in the past. So that's good news. So hybrid war, obviously, there is a huge danger. We who are a settled democracy, we keep talking of hybrid war and fifth generation warfare onto Pakistan day in and day out. They are nascent, they are new, they have not started to govern. They are an extreme right, Deoband, religious ideology, which is difficult to change and change direction. But till now, the vibes are very good. So hybrid warfare, one can keep the fingers crossed. As of now, they have done very well. Putin is on their side. The Chinese are on their side. The Pakistanis, the Iranians. And once, if they continue to behave exactly the same way, I believe the recognition could quickly come, and that will make the job of Pakistan easier. Let's not fall back with the Western and the European blocs. I think Pakistan will do well. No sooner the Russians, the Chinese, the Turks, the Iranians, and these like nations start to recognize, we should not delay. And I think that will close some doors of hybrid warfare against the Taliban government. I only hope they continue to behave the same way.
Well, we all hope they continue to behave the same way. Thank you very much, Air Marshal retired Masood Akhtar, for your time for Indus News. Thank you very much.